This is the Black Dragon League finals slash playoffs. It's actually not the finals yet. Technically it's the quarterfinals, but this whole event is called the BDL finals slash playoffs, whatever you want to call it. NightEnD from Team Fnatic MSI, hailing from Romania, is going to be spawning in the top left position on Shakuras Plateau. His opponent is going to be none other than the warship imbaStrelok from Ukraine. Recently left mousesports and joined Team imbaFXO, a smaller Eastern European team sponsored by FX Open that you guys all know for their awesome StarCraft 2 team and general awesomeness. They're great events. Shout out to FXO. And yeah, Strelok is actually awesome. Like, he's pretty good. And so is NightEnD. So this should be a great match. And I actually want to comment on this certain matchup. Not the race matchup, but the player matchup. Because this is a rematch. Obviously, every player played each other in this league so far. That means we saw a best of 3 between NightEnD and Strelok already. And that was actually quite one-sided, I gotta say. I don't know if it was 2-0 or 2-1, but the overarching impression was that Strelok kind of dominated NightEnD. And I want to comment on how and why, because like NightEnD is known for his very he made it a bit popular, the Colossus Phoenix, that is very good against standard Marine Marauder Viking. And what Strelok did, it was like, screw the Phoenix, right? I'm just gonna make as many Marauders as I can, and I'm gonna make ship weapons for my Vikings and attack for my Marauders. And that he did, so he had a bunch of Marauders and Vikings. And the Vikings had a lot of attacks, so they just tried to shoot the Colossi as fast as they could, and the Marauders just mowed over the rest of the army, and in the end there were only Phoenix left to kill Vikings, but relatively slowly. So very great concept. And I wonder, I mean, NightEnD, he has been streaming, he's featured on Team Liquid, doing quite well for himself, I think, in the ladder. But I wonder how his PvT has evolved, because his old Phoenix Colossus, which is great, is not going to work against Strelok. I can tell you that. So I would give the edge to Strelok, just because, like, if NightEnD remembers this old match, then I would give the edge. But I don't want to call anything. This is anyone's game. Both are absolutely marvelous players and very, very interesting from NightEnD, chrono boosting his Warp Gate and his Stalker. There's no Zealot out, so he's going to go Stalker first here. And I do think this might be a 3-gate. One Reaper out for Strelok, the classic Eastern Europe expand, I want to call it. Braddock, Strelok, and all the guys just doing that. Reaper into Expo, and Cass used to do it a long time. I think the Zero Gas Command Center has been more popular, but whatever. As you can see, this is certainly going to be a 3 or 4 gate here. Or an expand. It could still be an expand, but I actually don't think so. SCV not getting repelled yet, and this is actually getting a bit awkward for NightEnD now, because he wants to make something, but he still has the SCV in the base and the Reaper around, so I wonder what it's going to be. Reaper finally is going to get taken out. Did it see the expand? Yes, it actually did see the expand, I think. Yeah, barely saw it. But, yeah, so this is that. And here comes the SCV scouts. This is like ridiculously good scouting by Strelok. Wow. Sees everything. Like, Strelok knows what's up. He just knows what's up. He's from Ukraine. What's up? So 3-gate Expo from NightEnD. Very, very nice play. But of course, gotta hand it to Strelok here. That scouting was just marvelous. And He knows that it's not fast tech for NightEnD, so that he might have to endure some pressure here, and so he does throw up that bunker. Command center is ready. The usual harvester differential here for the both players. Some lags, hopefully not too severe. You see stim on the way, combat shields on the way, and a 3 barracks medvac, most standard thing in the world. You know, it's gonna come down to how the guys play it. How can NightEnD defend Strelok's drops that will come most likely with the first 2 medvacs? How can he assign his units to the different parts of his base to really make sure that the drops don't hurt him too much? Strelok is one of those guys who love to just go and grab a medvac with a bunch of guys and come in through your front at the same time. Really, really annoying and strong at the same time. A bug flying around me, which is very annoying. I'm very scared of bugs, so I'm gonna defend against the bug here. No, it's all good. And let's see how they played. Robo's now up for NightEnD. And still that bug around. You're annoying. I think we're gonna kill it soon. The Observer is now out. Is it gonna be Colossus? No, in fact, it's gonna be a Council Forge, and I love it. That's actually, I think, what Strelok might have trouble with. Lots of Marines, though. Colossus might, like, just on paper, be the better choice. Oh, and NightEnD misses this completely. Luckily, he does have a Watchtower. Can he leave in time? Or is he going to lose that Stalker? He does leave in time. Strelok didn't see that he was being spotted, but I don't think he cares much. That Stalker is going to not get intercepted. Stim is down. Combat Shield is done. Very, very strong Marine push here. And no defense against the drop, but it's not coming. Or is it? Looks like Strelok might want to load up here. Looks like he's just going for it. Ah, great play by NightEnD. Just saying, no, I'm not going to wait until you come for me. I'm going to come for you. And those force fields are just great, like separating every Marine from each other. And that got thwarted quite hard. And now we're going to see charge and +1. Interesting here is the allocation of the upgrades. Usually you would rather see a blink +1 attack and a charge +1 armor. Because Zealots profit so much from the armor, and when you blink, you usually don't want to blink and get shot all the time, right? And endure a lot of damage, but you want to blink, snipe something, and leave. So curious how Knight is going to play. It looks like he's going to counter push at this point. 3 more gateways going up from 2, so that seems very standard. Actually, he's going to get 2 medvacs here right away, or at least 1 that drops his guys. 1 sacrificial marine barely gets out of there, and Harvester advantage is in Strelok's favor. We see that due to mules as well, but definitely the army is in NightEnd's favor. Never mind, actually, that isn't true. So, but it just looks stronger, and he also, I think. Okay, I'm not gonna call anything because actually Strelok is looking pretty good too. He has 2 engineering bays working. He's still making medvacs. He has seen that this is most likely not going to be a Colossus play, so he's not making any Vikings, and he has a 3rd up. So actually, this might not be in favor of NightEnD. We saw a little drop here, didn't do too much. It seems like workers killed 2, so not a big deal. Get defended quite well. Nice observer placement here. And yeah, this 3rd is now up, and the income for Strelok will skyrocket. We see that here in just a second. Mules start mining. There we go. What's up? 2K. No problem. What's NightEnD plan here? He's going for the Storm. This looks very similar to what Zocchi did, and I wonder if it's going to be as successful. A lot of units here for Strelok, and Storm is just going to completely decimate those. Now, charge is done, but still a heavy Stalker emphasis. +2 is on the way. So he's gonna go for that heavy attack force, really. And I really like that by NightEnD. A lot of observers on the map, 3 total, 2 in the middle, and 1 up here. I really like that play. That's just a great idea behind, because you're not going to miss any movement. Like drops from this is the only weekend that NightEnD has. It looks like we have some army movement. The third is now up for NightEnD. Going to saturate that with he's doing pretty good in saturation, looking pretty good. NightEnD making some cannons too and grabbing a few Templar. So he will be up to 7 Templar, and these are able to storm already. So that will be huge. NightEnD. StrelOk rather. Oh, good feedbacks on the medvacs. And this will make this army incredibly much weaker. The Zealot's getting stuck, but huge storm. Second storm not as good, but we can see a blink now to just clean up here. This is actually pretty brutal for StrelOk right now. A lot of Marauders come in and no more storms left. 1 is left, and he does storm and blink. But looks like StrelOk is trusting his upgrades. He's actually engaging, but that's not the best idea. Unfortunate timing here for NightEnD. His +2 just finished. But, yeah, the 4th is up for StrelOk too, so NightEnD is looking good, but he has to make sure that his opponent is not going to be exploding in like, economy and therefore units. Mobius Reactor now coming up, and a bunch of Ghosts, and still the double upgrades running. Trademark StrelOk play, just getting those out. Such a huge thing for him, and I think we're going to see this quite soon. Not quite yet. Decides to spend his gas on another Planetary and some Marauders, but that +3 weapons should come very, very soon. NightEnD spotting with his Observer. Does he see the turret in time? Yes, he does. Very good control. And there's a drop and an Observer here, which sees it. NightEnD is aware of it, just warping the Zealots. 1 or 2 Stalkers would be good against the medvac, but he will be alright down there. And I really like this Observer play. This is heavily underused. 2 medvacs, maybe for free. And that's what an Observer does for you. 1 goes down. Very, very good by NightEnD. Colossus now coming out, but a lot of Ghosts. Going to help a lot against the Templar. And I wonder, like, he's very busy making Colossus and such. If he can make the Templar worthwhile, and feedback as well as Zoke did, and feedback and storm and all that good stuff, and then still get the hold that thought drop here, gonna kill quite a bunch of workers, but yeah, gonna get cleaned up. Will enable StrelOk though to move in the middle of the map. Scan goes down, sees that probe. Looks like he wants to do some damage with this. Not a huge attack force. I think a lot of the supply isn't workers here, but it's gonna be quite good. But the storms already. 1 goes down. The feedback did not get any of those Templar, just those 2, and they can morph into an Archon now. What I was saying is, though, that the Colossus transition could really mess up StrelOk here. Really, really strong, and double Colossus right away. This could actually be horrible for StrelOk. He doesn't have any Vikings out. He does not even have +3. Good EMP, though. All the Templars. No, the Templars still have energy for Storm. 2 Storms going down. And 3rd Storm, 4th Storm. Everything's going to get obliterated here, and the Colossus are doing their job too. Not enough Zealots in this. NightEnD really needs to macro up a bunch of Zealots, but this might actually be enough to take out this Bioforest. StrelOk holding on. He's going to take out those Archons here, but here come the reinforcements. NightEnD looking fabulously. And now we'll see some panic ship weapons and Viking production right away. 2nd starport, as you can see from StrelOk. And now NightEnD just has that huge timing, and I like it. I like the idea. StrelOk going for the drop. He knows, like, if NightEnD comes for me now, I'm so screwed, so I'm going to come for him. Which is just great play. But again, this Observer, man, he has paid off tenfold already. A drop just leaving here. Looks like I kind of missed that, but let's actually look at the workers killed. StrelOk doing quite well in that. So NightEnD still in the 72 worker count. 4 observers on the map. This is 3 is still okay. Never mind. He moved that 1. But still, StrelOk on 4 bases. He still has a lot going for him. He does have his upgrades rolling quite well. He's going to go up to that 3 armor very soon, and If that drop can stall long enough. And no, a Colossus for free! Missed micro by NightEnD. A huge win for BDL. If this drop goes well for BDL, and if he can deny a fourth maybe, then he's gonna be so good to go. A lot of Templar already here. How many ghosts do we have in the mix? One. A single ghost with a single EMP. This is not much for BDL. He needs to make that worthwhile, or else NightEnD can just storm him. If he spreads out his Templar a bit, it's gonna be so great. The drop come in, but that's not gonna do much at all. He might just lift and go into the main here. And yeah, not that many units up here. Can he warp in time? A drop actually denying the fourth. Just as I was mentioning it, BDL at 3 fronts here. Did he get the MP on the Templar? I think he did. Not that much energy. Good blink though, and the Zealots just moving in, hogging those Marauders. Really like those Marauders. Om nom nom. And a good blink flanking. BDL getting pushed back, and for the first time now, NightEnD is in the supply lead. A lot of Stalkers blinking in, and here comes some storms. One storm going down. Meanwhile, on the main, BDL doing tons of damage. Can he actually? I don't know. The income tab looks like it's still decent. Oh my God, those storms storming just everything, but not a big unit mass. NightEnD still has 1 or 2 storms left, but he is very committed to this. He lost a ton of harvesters in this. He's still losing some, and he needs to actually, I think, kill BDL now, because if BDL stabilizes well, he might just be too strong in his economy game. Storms on the Vikings getting taken out right away. Those Colossi are just doing too much damage. BDL tries to preserve these units to actually come and crush his opponent, but I don't know. It looks like it's just not enough. BDL actually rebuilding at his fourth, which is great. He's now returning with that 1 dropship, and finally the drops of BDL got taken out by NightEnD. He's on 2 bases though. He really needs to make this worthwhile still. Stay in this game. I know I said that 100 times. Hello. But BDL is just expanding. He just tries. Yeah, I think he has a shot at staying in this game. Like, he's gonna lose a ton of tech in production here, which is obviously horrible. He actually should just lift that stuff and forfeit this phase. I think that's what he has to do, and use the advantage he has here. But he's mining, and look at the production he just rebuilt. He's gonna catch up in supply as soon as his production can kick in. Look at that. He's just rebuilding everything, and he still has a ton of money in the bank. And NightEnD must make sure that he doesn't get dropped again, stabilizes back at home, and secures this advantage. Really, really important now. And it looks like reinforcements are coming. No Stalkers, unfortunately, for NightEnD to take out these barracks, but a ton of Templar. Holy shit! That's 9 Templar, and I think this army alone could actually take on this army, not with the planetary force. Actually, never mind. So many Vikings. But looks like he's going to join his armies together. The EMP didn't hit the Templar, and looks like no more EMPs left. The Templars need to storm just everything. Feedback's going up. I think NightEnD might be able to take this. Needs to storm the planetary fortress now. Does it. 1 storm goes off. More storms on the SCVs. Everything's gonna get taken out here, and I think this is NightEnd's game. I think he did what he had to do here, going for the kill before BDL could rebuild too well. Army tab showing a very, very large supply difference at this point. BDL, with a lot of Marauders, manages to take out this army, and will the Archons get away? Yeah, 1 gets away. So NightEnD rebuilding back again with Templar up, and yeah, he's looking still quite strong. BDL kind of stabilizes. He has a good army going. I think NightEnD has a large advantage here still. It's still like, it's not over. I want me and you to realize that it's not anyone's game. It's BDL, man. He's so good. Like, he can just make stuff like this happen. The most ridiculous turnarounds oftentimes happen in BDL games, where he just like refuses to give up for a good reason, right? I mean, it makes sense. And look at that, the supplies are even. It would be foolish by NightEnD to attack up here, and in fact, BDL is the one that's moving out, and Oh, a lot of Colossi, a lot of Vikings though. But the Storm and Colossi composition is just so deadly. How many ghosts in this mix? No ghosts. That could actually mess up StreLok quite brutally. Great blink by NightEnD, taking out some how they call it, Vikings. So very good positioning game. Yeah, NightEnD just knows what he's doing here. Like, I really gotta hand it to him. StreLok kind of holds on, kind of scrambles, and he's doing well for him. But NightEnD knows exactly what he's got to do. And look at that, StreLok is unable to get position. He cannot get position with Templar, Charge Lots, and Blink Stalker's Arm. It's so hard. But now maybe this is it. He's gonna go from a side large arc for StreLok, but Storm's blanketing everything. So many Storms. Holy crap! And it looks like NightEnD makes it. Colossus still left, only one though. And but the Zealots just making NightEnd's day here. Gotta pull up, gotta join together again. Not that many Storms left. You should actually transform some Archons at this point. Like, just box these few, Archon it up. But reinforcements arriving once again. That Manback gets taken out. And he needs a pylon at this front. He really needs to close this down. I think StreLok's still mining from this base without any you know, distractions. Oh, there it might be. NightEnD, are you listening to the stream? Come on. No, he's not, of course. And here's the drop again. This might actually be exactly what StreLok needs. That one observer will once... Did I mention that I love this observer in the game? Did I mention that? You're so cute, observer. And there's the 3 medvac drop. This could be quite painful. Because if NightEnD now loses his production, he has no way, period, to get to StreLok's production. That's all back in StreLok's base. It looks like StreLok gonna actually pull through here. The Zealots weren't enough. He's gonna go and good micro. NightEnD finally stabilizing back here too. That was not an Artosis pylon. That gets taken out, but does not have any effect here. And no, NightEnD, what are you doing? He's moving his Colossi. Oh, okay, he's joining with his army. Never mind. Oh, actually, excellent blink. He's gonna get those medvacs, all of them. Wow. He's also gonna get this command center. That was pretty good. That was pretty good. Well, this is a sick game. StreLok, as I was saying, StreLok has his production very, very safe. Like, I mean, of course, Blink and Colossus shenanigans could mess that up a bit. But, yeah, that drop got defended quite well. That was almost... I would actually say that was StreLok's only hope. But now, because now StreLok is just lacking the economy, he doesn't have the income that NightEnD has. And NightEnD is just gonna charge in. This time, oh, so many Templar, all with 1 or 2 Storms. I'm drooling over my keyboard because that's just too much awesome to handle. And let's look at that. 1, 2, 3, and a feedback. 4 Storms going off. And this is gonna be it, ladies and gentlemen. NightEnd's gonna take game 1 in this engagement, almost without a doubt. I don't like calling games, but I'm doing it right here. This is just gonna be insane aggression here from NightEnD. He still has a good bunch of Storms. 1 Ghost coming in with Mobius Reactor. The bug attacking me again, but there's the GG. What a game 1. NightEnD taking it convincingly.